Hello and welcome to Rauta Beyond, actually, technically speaking. Ghost of Tsushima part something, 24 or something. Um, let's see how it goes. Getting closer to the end of the game, obviously. And still doing some random quests and whatever. Hello, Ishimura and Halbeard. I was planning already to stream today for a couple of hours because didn't actually have anything going on during the evening, but well, as it always the case is, or so often is, something came up and really had to do something else before starting the game. You know, review albums or whatever. But let's see what's going on today with the game and other topics we might be talking about. So as many people have noticed, this game has been taking quite a few hours already. Gotta say, not bored with the game, but kind of having the feeling that I wouldn't mind if this game was kind of done with already. Because after all, eventually things start to repeat themselves, and also can't stop thinking that, well, there could be other games I could be also playing. Then again, what do I have to complain, really? Because and this surprise attack really didn't go as planned. I mean, the next generation of consoles is anyway soon out, so could really just start playing those games as well. Well, this... yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed are great, and I actually have one game in the unfinished on my Xbox One. But I'm definitely going for Assassin's Creed Valhalla at some point. I don't know what my first game with the next generation will be it PS5 or Xbox Series X. Since I have already pre-ordered Xbox Series X and it's supposed to be out like week or some 10 days before PlayStation 5, it's quite likely that I will start playing with that before. Anyway, I don't mind open world games. I mean, I actually love them. This is one of the reasons why I actually like this game as well. Stop moving. So to me it doesn't matter if the game is big and it's open world. I mean, I'd rather play one really good, enjoyable game with a big gaming world than, say, 3 games which are not that fulfilling but are shorter and that stuff like that. Let's see if I can. See if these guys start to kill each other. All right. But I kind of started with one of those so-called weaker Assassin's Creed games. That is Assassin's Creed Unity, because people have been saying it's not that good Assassin's Creed game, and I figured out, like, if I should like that one, then the rest would be at least disappointing. Not that I expect them to be disappointing, but you get the idea. But since the Unity is on my Xbox One, where I have actually almost all my Assassin's Creed games, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins, I haven't been streaming it. And also it's currently located in my living room, where I can't really do streaming. So I haven't really been going on with Assassin's Creed lately, but focusing the more recent games such as The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. And because this has been so long game, I don't know, I am assuming probably been playing this for like, say, 30-35 hours, I would estimate. It's really hard to say for sure, because some of my gaming sessions are more like 1 hour. Then again, some sessions are like 2 or 4 hours even. And this is session number 23 or 24. So it's hard to say what the average session would be, but I would imagine it's somewhere like 2 hours. Based on that, I should have at least 40 hours in the game. And I've been told this is more than 40 hours if you really go with all the side quests, along with mini quests, and and because I've been patiently collecting items, gathering stuff, doing side quests or whatever, so it really might be that I have been playing this for like 40 hours. I really don't know, and to be honest, I don't care. But yeah, that's kind of the reason why this has been taking so much time. How many CDs of your review did you get through today? Well, usually I get like 2 CDs a day. That is roughly some 10 CDs a week. So recently I had something like 244, something like that. And now I'm around 230, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. 230 is basically as much as 240. I mean, it's, to be honest, too much, but I mean, what you can do. I'm just gonna review them one by one. This week I have been actually quite extra active because I have already reviewed more than 2 review CDs on average, because there has been mini CDs and I have been listening to those CDs in my car as well, which has kind of helped me to listen to more stuff. And this week I haven't even been getting so many CDs. Today I get one, and there's one parcel in the post office, so it's usually like do a couple, get a couple of more. Sometimes you do 3 and then you get 5 more. Sometimes you do 5 and get 3. So it really depends. Ouch, said the horse. But the other thing is just going steady with the review ones. Do I really have to kill these? I don't, but I guess I kind of almost. And this is why this game gets all the time longer and longer. Because I'm like, okay, let's kill them all. Sometimes it's just easier to just, you know, go on and move about. Leave these poor creatures be. But yeah, still some CDs on the way, and lots of CDs and LPs to be done. Today actually, I'm sorry, yesterday and today kind of a split. Actually, for example, did one of the synthwave reviews, which I will release on Rauta Beyond. So there will be more than just metal reviews coming out. And hello, Jorkatur, my friend. Nice to have you here. So anyway, plenty of interesting CDs and releases coming out. Alright, there's Bamboo Strike. I already missed it. Even though I went past it. Well, that's what happens. But yeah, definitely lots of interesting releases coming out all the time. Oops. Too slow. There you have it. This was actually probably the simplest one so far. But yeah, lots of interesting CDs coming basically all the time, and really, really can't complain. So it's really cool to have those albums, but they're like very few kind of like very albums that I'm kind of stoked about. Say, Enslaved being one of the exceptions to the rule, and Enslaved is being released already this Friday, so it's a little bit 50-50 if I will actually get that CD in time, because I kind of requested it a little bit too late from Nuclear Blast. Well, Alba or Ishimura, the thing is, obviously I want to do my job as a review guy properly, and that means no skipping. It means I will be... It means that... It means I will be doing these reviews just the proper way, really. So, one at a time, and there is no hurry. Besides, it's not like skipping would actually help me, you know. The thing is, even if I could do, say, some ridiculous amount like 10 reviews a day, it really wouldn't make sense for me to, you know, publish them all during one day, because nobody would have the time to watch them. So it would just be a kind of a bad favor for those bands who kind of where's the Foxy? Oh, there you are, Foxy. So it would be just doing a bad favor to those labels and bands who spent their money to send me those albums for review. Because if I would, you know, just review 5 albums a day and then publish them all, people would be just, you know, checking out probably only one of them. So it doesn't really do any good. So Mongols are shooting at me and I'm just following the fox. Very legit thing to do. And yeah, of course, there are plenty of albums which don't even end up being reviewed because, for example, they are like digital copies or whatever. Sometimes people don't read what I have written on the YouTube site, like a physical copy is required for review, and that's not really negotiable thing. And people still, you know, send me emails like, hey, can you just review my album? Here's my YouTube link, or here's a Bandcamp link. And I was like, no man, I don't have time to listen to all that digital stuff, because I'm being already bombarded by so many labels and bands with the digital thing. And there's nothing to show for it. This doesn't really make sense. If I want to just listen to some digital stuff, I'll just, you know, open a Spotify and listen to that. Why would I bother make a review about it? Especially when I already have that 200 plus CDs and LPs waiting for their turn. Especially when those are the people who actually paid money, you know, to send that stuff for review. So it's like, man, just show your digital files where the sun don't shine. And besides, I think it's more about also that. So if you want to sell CDs, you're supposed to sell a CD for review. Uh, like if you don't want to promote your physical product, but just digital, then I understand. But usually people like, hey, I have this cool LP, take some files. I don't think it's the same thing. Sorry, Scam, I missed something. Like, you lived with somebody who did a zine. The number of people who did not read the description of what to do and what to... Yeah, I guess that's the thing. What do you mean, like, Jorkatur, positively surprised by a digital release? You mean like the quality of music or what? I mean, of course, the music is what in essentially matters, not the format or packaging or stuff like that. But given that this is well, the thing is, I don't usually have the time to listen to those Bandcamp page stuff. Basically, I mostly, not only, but mostly listen to digital files when I'm, say, at the gym or driving my car. So technically speaking, I usually download that stuff on my computer on one of those cloud-based folders, and then I just listen to that music from those cloud folders with my phone. So Bandcamp and YouTube are not really handy with that stuff. If I want to just stream something, it's usually just handy to use Spotify. Alright, Scum. I get it. Yeah, people don't really read those instructions, so to speak. Sometimes I have to explain to artists or labels that whatever they're sending, like if you send out of a European Union country, make sure that the CD or whatever is a gift and the value is not too high, because otherwise customs office might just take the goddamn parcel and I'm not gonna pay customs in order to get a CD, so I can... Okay, Scum, that's really awkward and ridiculous at the same time. Yeah, sometimes bands and maybe even labels don't get that. It's one thing to, you know, draw some funny stuff or do some goofy stuff on the parcels you keep sending, but if you just do it too much, you might get the authorities to you know, get some interest in your mails and stuff like that, and you don't really need any kind of extra attention to your mail. I mean, even if there is nothing suspicious, it doesn't really help if the authorities get interested in that, because they might be, checking your mail, etc. And at least it usually means more delay with parcels and whatever. So it doesn't really help. Yeah, the taxes and stuff like that is why the customs office might get interest in the with certain parcels, and that is
Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Тэд энэс мултар. Чи харав уу?
Yeah, shipping costs sometimes way more than the actual album. Yeah, indeed. Okay, well, there's still enemies nearby. Like if I send a LP of mine to any of you guys, the shipping is more than the value of what I would ask you for my LP. For example, there was a guy from the United States who just happens to follow Rauta, and he wanted to buy my band's LP. And yeah, sure, I sent him that, and the price that I was asking from him for the LP was less than the postages, or well, shipping. So yeah, it's kind of a tricky It has nothing to do with COVID. It's just always been like that. Finnish. Finnish shipping is just. Hey Shimura, you just said that you don't. You would just skip the tracks. And to be honest, I don't even have extra copies of CDs anymore. I don't know if the label would actually. Label might actually be ready to send some physical copies if there was someone who wanted to review the album. I don't think the Bestial Burst actually declined those requests, but I don't. But I don't think there has been too many. And of course there are plenty of plenty of websites and stuff like that who don't even want to do reviews out of physical copies, so they just prefer digital files. For example, I was ready to send a copy of mine to Bardo Methodology zine when we were planning to do this interview, and he just politely declined. Yeah, Northern Heritage isn't even an expensive one. But the Orkator is right, because Finland is, first of all, Finland is an expensive country to begin with. Not as expensive as, say, Norway or probably Iceland these days. But still. And then this logistics, because, well, Finland is a little bit separated from the most countries. So because Finnish prices in general tend to be quite high, that applies to basically all kind of shipping, even in Finland, you know, be it train, trucks, whatever. So obviously it gets even more expensive when shipping that stuff overseas, or or just nearby countries?
佐護の街道で恐ろしい光景を目にしてしまいました。
また猛虎が民を虐げておったのだな。
あれはひどいものでした。あいつらは父親が見ている前でその息子の亡骸を
And then again, there are also lots of people who want to take their cut with shipping. I mean, not many people, it seems to me, are ready to give a discount in shipping. For example, if you just, for example, order a little bit more. I tend to be this kind of a salesman. I like, hey, you order stuff for like 100 euros from me and I'll give you free shipping. Stuff like that. At least in Finland anyway. But I understand it's not the same really if you start shipping overseas. Because say if you would order stuff like for 100 euros, it could be as easily suddenly some 30 euros just for the shipping. And obviously there goes the margin. There goes the money. Gerald, yeah, you're definitely right about it. These are kind of like screaming extreme metal maniacs. Jorkatur, I've been actually thinking the same, and it might be doing a big thing in Finland when Amazon finally lands here. That's very good, Gyro. I didn't even know about that. Oh yeah, refreshing hot bath in the middle of snowy plains.
Iかにしてハーンを殺してくれよ。溺れ死なすか。いや、生きながら燃やし、足立殿の恨みを晴らす。
Alright, let's see how this Mongol armor works. Hello, Leonardo. And if I forgot to say hello, Natred, well, hello to you too. People just come popping in and I don't even necessarily remember who I said hello to. Deは Yeah, I noticed the dancing man.
いかがです
Some bucking
鎧は見つ
character
かりました
was funny.
もうこの手に渡ることは二度とない。師匠の仇は取ったぞ。
これで師匠の鎧をめぐって傷つく者は現れないのですね。ですがあと一度だけでも教えを受けたかった。
お主が教えればよい。
そうですね。わしも弟子を取り、師匠の技が後の世まで受け継がれるようにいたします。
Oh, now we have a Mongol armor. Looks great. I guess this is supposed to keep the character warm. Yes. I hope so. Disguises you while out of combat. Major increase to health. Reduces all damage by major amount. Alrighty.
Ojiue おじ上が見たら何と言われるだろうな。
What's next? More quests. Let's see if I can actually use this piece of armor in order to climb the mountain, which wasn't possible previously because of the cold. You remember maybe if you're watching the stream when I attempted to
かじかんできた。
no, it's still saying this Dark Throne mantra. So cold.
火はないのか。
Okay, maybe there's this interesting pathway. Well, gonna skip that then till I know how to make fire or something. Alright, we have 3 options here. Exactly, scum. But I guess there might be sort of a trick how to keep this guy warm and not repeat those Dark Throne lyrics. Kind of want to get that mythic thing, but I don't know if there's a puzzle or you actually need to get sort of a proper clothing for that. Alright, that's interesting, Gyro, because I would have imagined that those prices would be like some ridiculous ones. Where is that bird going? Oops.
いそうに。なぜお前が殺された？
何があった？
わしの二人の息子が荷車を燃やした罰として、モンコはこのわしにどちらを殺すか選ばせたんです。
気の毒に。もう一人の息子は
さらわれました。荷車を焼くなんてことを考えたのはその中太のはず。
生きておるはずだ。どっちへ行った？
橋の向こうへ。
Yeah, for some reason I have kind of a gut feeling that Ned is one of those better labels, but then again, what do I know? I haven't been ordering CDs or any kind of records for years. I remember Drakkar being also goody. But like said, I really don't order anything these days for rather obvious reasons. So I guess I'm kind of a biased in that sense. Gyro, yeah, sometimes I do buy some CDs, for example those which I don't get for review, but I don't, make haste with that because, I mean, I wouldn't have the time to listen to them right away. So I might have some items on my want list for years. For example, the latest Morbid Angel. That came out through some really strange label I have never even heard before. So when it came out, didn't get a review copy. I didn't even know who to ask, so I just added to my want list to be bought in the future. Well, I liked Morbid Angel, but then again, I have been able to like pretty much all the albums. It's one of those few bands. And actually the I album has some stupid industrial rap metal in some parts, like couple of tracks, but the rest are actually pretty good. I think it's kind of underrated for that one. Some people hate the album for those couple of tracks, but let's be honest about it. It's like 15% of the album is crap and the rest is just solid stuff. Halberd, sorry, was it Scum who said, do you mean that Kingdom's Disdain had a horrible production? And pizza box indeed is a cheap way to do it, but like I said, extra caution.
よかった。
父親がお前を守ったと聞いたぞ。
俺を？猛虎はどちらを生かすか
To be honest, I haven't really been listening to this Kingdom's Disdain since it came out, so I listened like once, but I remember liking it, so I added it to my list. But anyway, the point still remains the same whether an album is good or not. Like, if there's an album which I want, obviously I'm gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna cry about it if it's not sent to me for review. For example, not too many years ago, Season of Mist was very, very reluctant to send review copies. I mean, Rauta wasn't big enough, and they kinda changed their policy to just digital files only. Well, Rauta got bigger, and well, they knew my job at Imperiumi, so suddenly they were ready to send CDs. But during the time when they were not, I missed, for example, the latest Craft album. So I added the Craft album on my want list, and I decided I'm just gonna buy it someday. I was actually going to buy the Craft album when Craft played here in Tampere earlier this year, but I kind of forgot it, and I'm not sure, but I think it wasn't even available at the gig. So yeah. But I mean, since I anyway get most of the stuff I want for review, I really don't have a big want list. Yeah, I liked all the Craft albums, so I wasn't that much surprised. It has been one of those Swedish bands which I have liked like all the albums. Even though basically there's not much new stuff so much. It's kind of a Dark Throne worship band, but I mean, I am a big fan of Dark Throne, so why the hell not? Yeah, it's a little bit different. Kind of like the band matured a bit, but not in a bad way.
父親がおらん。何か手がかりはあるだろうか。
Well, Ishimura, it's the kind of comes with the territory thing. The older you get, the more you listen. You know, you just don't remember most of it all. Sometimes I feel like I only remember the old ones, the old favorite ones, and not so much new ones. But I mean, it is what it is. Maybe my brain is just getting weird by the age. But that's also a kind of a good reason to come back. I mean, to be honest, say one thing why I really don't listen to Metallica, even though it's my teenage years favorite, is that I remember so many of those songs way too well because I've been listening to them so much, so many times. That's a good one, Nadred. You still have future as a comedian. Maybe Anthony Jeselnik style. Anyway, so the point is, I kind of like over-listened to Metallica back in the days. Oh crap, I'm all out of ammo. And because of, you know, having done that listening so many times with given bands such as Metallica, it's kind of hard to enjoy the songs the same way. So, in a way, it's kind of a blessing. What is this bird doing? Come on. So it's kind of a blessing that you start forgetting albums, or maybe not forgetting, but that you don't remember them. So maybe it was a hipster bird. Jeff who? You mean James Hetfield? Yeah, at least it was mentioned in the news that Hetfield was going to rehab. Oh, I wasted my ghost mode. Yeah, Jeff Hanneman is definitely back on rehab. I've actually seen Possessed live with the wheelchair at Wacken Festival. It was great. So yeah, most extreme wheelchair dude in metal. And yeah, Kerry King is really right. I mean, Hanneman probably wrote the best riffs, best songs maybe. I mean, Kerry might have looked more badass, but it seems like Hanneman was the killer guy. Which kind of fits. I mean, they all have their roles to play. Anyway, talking about Metallica still, and basically any other teenage years band, whatever you had, I mean, going on when you were a teenager. So, you can't just listen too many times to your favorite albums when you're a young guy and you don't have that many albums. And you can basically ruin those albums. Not ruin in the terms of like they become horrible, but they just kind of get boring because you just know those albums so goddamn well through and through. And you don't get that kind of a fresh, surprising feeling out of those albums because they're so familiar with in your brain. So in that respect, having a little bit of forgetting with your albums, I think it's can be a blessing in disguise. And naturally, I mean, especially when you were younger, Kerry King looked really like a bestial dude with his, you know, nails and spikes, with his guitar playing, tattoos and all that stuff. Obviously, when you get older, nobody really looks badass. Yes, I'm not saying they don't work, but they kind of don't have the same magic. Yeah, that's my point. You only listen to them once a year. For example, even though I think I know my Panzerfaust or the Mysteries very well, also, I still haven't listened to them that many times what I used to do with Metallica. Because, I mean, I'm the generation that Metallica was the thing during my teenage years. Dark Throne came a little bit later. I was around my 20s. Well, actually, technically speaking, I wasn't in my 20s yet when I found Dark Throne. I was probably 18, 19, something like that. But it didn't have the same big impact than Metallica a couple of years earlier. And the difference is it's only like maybe, I don't know, 3 years or so. But there's a big difference whether you are 15 or 18. So, for example, when I was still living with my mom and the guy who my mom used to live with back then, I mean, I didn't have even a CD player. I had only a few tapes, and I would do shitty chores or whatever, and I would just listen to Metallica. So because I only had a few tapes, you know, dubbed from my friends and whatever, I kept those tapes kind of like on a loop. So I was listening to Metallica like all over again, you know, listening to the same goddamn songs and albums. And because of that, you know, I kind of I didn't say I get bored with Metallica. I still like the old albums. but it doesn't have the same magic anymore. There's no element of surprise versus so many other bands. Yeah, Panzerfaust is definitely one of my all-time favorites when it comes to black metal. Or any genre, to be honest. But anyway, so you can't really listen too many times to a certain album, a certain band, and you just don't get the magic feeling anymore. Like for me, Panzerfaust is very, very enjoyable album, but I don't have the need, the urge to listen to it anymore, except like you said, maybe once a year, maybe once in 2 years. And yeah, it's nice that White Death is doing a new album. I already saw some YouTube link, but since I really don't care about those YouTube links, I'll just wait for the actual album to come out later on. Scum, I gotta say that Panzerfaust vocals are one of the reasons why I think the album is so goddamn great. I know not everybody can actually like the album for the same reason, but for me those vocals are maybe the best black metal vocals of all time. So Panzerfaust is definitely one of the biggest black metal albums of all time. They are so inhuman and kind of a crazy and all that stuff. And I don't know if it's true, but the rumors say that Nocturnal Culto was very, very drunk at the time when those vocals were recorded. To be honest, to me it's just an anecdote, doesn't really matter. That dude is running away from me. What the hell? Cardio Master 5000, come here. Yeah, but I'm running out of arrows constantly. That's why I prefer to do it melee. There's only a few arrows with the 50 cal. I don't even use most of these tools like firecrackers and whatever. Okay, let's go there and do this ghost mode. Because it's so fun. Fun! Slicing my enemies. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, nice armor, that's so true. Hey, nice kebab. Wow, if I had that big of a kebab I would be eating all the time. You know what, actually, actually reveals that Natred is a genuine American. Because only American would say, seriously, lol. Alright, this little outpost is done. What's the time? Oh goddamn, I should be going soon. Could I just squeeze in one more mission nearby? Seriously, lol. So very funny of you, Natred. Lol. Yeah, Metal Crew guys, they were right about it. When you add umlauts, it becomes so much more cooler. They understood that, you know, there was a reason why Motorhead had umlauts. Alright, Scum, take care, mate, and enjoy your work. Be a good Protestant. Oh yeah. Campsite and stuff to loot.
そこのお方、温まってってくれ。
役立つものばかりです。品揃えが増えました。
礼を言う。
お役に立てば幸いです。素材が足りないようですね。どうかご分を。
Alright, let's take this one last mission. Actually, I should be going right now, so maybe I'll just take this quest and then vanish to eat something before heading to bed. Probably streaming tomorrow as well, because it seems I have spare time to play, so why the hell not?
ユナがそう言ったのか。
戦に慣れておるともな。違うのか。
慣れてはいる。だが訳もなく命をかけられないな。
Yeah, good night, Ishimura, Nadred, Leonardo, and the rest. Take care. I'll try to notify on the Discord side when I'm
春までいていいなら。
launching the stream. I hope to launch it around the same time or before us today. I'll just walk with this dude for a bit, so taking the obvious autosave feature. Well, I guess this is actually it. So alright, this is as good place as any. Should just quit it. I don't even remember to use these special techniques. I've been actually been hoping that I would have a kick. Oh yeah, I have a kick. God damn it. Because this kind of kick would be great.
もうこの射手が門を守り、絶え間なく騎兵が往来してる。
我らが北から攻めればユナたちが南から乗り込む手はずだ。
ユナも一緒か。なるほど。
砦は崖際にあるな。登って入れそうだ。
砦に材木を送る木こりの宿営だな。猛虎が現れてからはもぬけの殻だ。崖登りの腕は
増えてではない。
What a great song title, Wolves at the Gates. Alright, this is it. Saving time. So, be seeing you later. Bye.